E. E. Okay. Huh. Curious. I thought I had slow mode on. I do. Wow, that is interesting. This reminds me of the stupid crap that happens because Lovecraft loved cats. He writes a full horror story that gets interrupted by jetpack cats flying to the moon to fight aliens. Huh, not really heard of that version of Lovecraft's work. But I welcome it. Sorry, Bung, I'm unsubscribing. I only sub for the SCP cartoon content. That's fine. That's what I suspected. For some people, at least. And you do you. How are you, us Deacon Marple? I'm pretty good. I'm doing pretty good right now. Simply vibing. I was watching hentai. Why did you started the stream now? Wow. You can do both. I will reward you. I will be so in reverence to you if you manage to do both. Looking at me while also looking at hentai. You literally are streaming at 5 in the morning for me. Why? Oh. I don't know. I'm sorry. This is just when I like to stream. It's not gonna work out for everybody, you know. It's just the way things are. Some people are at work, some people are at school, some people are asleep. Don't worry, Lord Bung, we love your video no matter what. Thank you. Yo, was that Doritos, dog? Yeah, it's a Dorito. Feeling any better? Last time you was pretty ill. I'm feeling better. Like, I'm still ill, but my reaction to it, I suppose, my emotional reaction to it is a lot more accepting of it. Like, it's rough sometimes, but then I tell myself that, like, well, this is sort of how it is right now, you know? And, like, it's only terrible when you keep implying that it's like that it's like this thing that's attacking you all the time, randomly, like it's getting better, it's getting worse, and none of that's happening. It's, well, we don't know what's happening, really, and, you're only gonna set yourself up for disappointment if you think you're getting better, and then it just, back there. It's fine. I can actually kind of vibe with it, for the most part. Say, like, hey, I really appreciate that, you know, I can not feel like this sometimes. But if I'm just gonna be in denial about where I am right now, sick-wise, it's gonna be shitty. Because you only get unhappy when you create thoughts around the pain. The pain itself, if you just accept the pain is there, it'll still hurt, but you won't feel so unhappy about it. It'll just hurt, and maybe you just do whatever it is you were already doing. You just chill the fuck out. The only time unhappiness comes in is when you add a little personal story to that pain, like, oh, why does this happen to me? Or I knew I should have, you know, done something else, or, you know, whatever. There's like all of these narratives that make you feel like shit or stupid or whatever. That's the thing that you can control, and that's what I've been experimenting with during this sort of chronic pain almost. Are you going to get any more SCP? Yeah, I'm still working on it. I've been doing a lot of work for it. I'm not sure what I can show you that isn't like a spoiler though. Oops. I'm sure some of you would want a spoiler, but I don't think everyone in the stream wants a spoiler, so I'm not gonna do anything about that. If you're a patron, then you get to see all of the assets that I do. Like, I just sort of upload onto a big Google Drive weekly. So you get to see all that if you want. No. Yeah, see, so there are people in there. They don't want me to spoil it for them. I should be dead asleep right now. Well, you do what you gotta do. Hello from Italy. Buongiorno. Bienvenida. It's in my stream, I guess. There should be names and Pepsi rockets at the end of the credits for the highest Patreon supporters. Oh, names and Pepsi rockets, yeah. Any JoJo references in episode 8? Sorry, no. It's gonna be a lot of references, but not JoJo, sorry. Do you have special voice actors for this coming episode, or like, have I had special voice actors? Yeah, I would say so. Alright, I appreciate what you're trying to say, Turkey, but that's a bit aggressive. I'm gonna take a dump. Y'all want anything? Said Grug, with Jesus as a profile picture. What a wonderful, wonderful world. What's the background song, please? It's chill lo-fi hip-hop beats, free lo-fi hip-hop chill hop music mix GEMN. And it's just got a looping gif of Homer Simpson and some aesthetic filters. I hope this actually is free. this mix. Where are the monkeys? Yeah, I was kind of getting bored of them. Sorry to all the monkey fans out there. Do you voice Connie yourself? Yes, I do. Will Bong Chronicles coming back? Sorry. It's over. When is episode 8? Oh, I don't know. I'm still working on it. I've been working on it every day. Well, not every day, man. I have a couple of days off a week, but I've been working on 5 days a week for quite a while now. Still going. Morning, hope you're well, enjoy your work. So I look forward to the next surprise release. Always a nice surprise. Have a good one. Wish you the best. Thank you, Amp Rider. Thank you for $5. Love from South Africa. Would you ever come to visit here? Absolutely. I'd love to visit the beaches and see the orca whales, and I guess I'd have to see what else is there. But if it was just for like nature purposes, yeah, absolutely. That's something I'd be interested in. How many characters do you voice? Oh, voice a few. So the general, voice Mr. Pierce, the Dingus agent. I voiced the 2 technical no way guys. No way. I voiced the puppet, marine biologist puppet. I voice the cannibal, and Ian the robot as a yeah. in his robot form. Dr. Sumerian actually voices him in his human form. I'm not sure how many of you know that. What else? I feel like there's more, but I can't really think of them right now. And a bunch of background characters as well. One of my favorite people, P.S. Sorry for being a tad aggressive. I'm Canadian, so I'm never aggressive any other time. I appreciate that. I appreciate that I'm one of your favorite people, but try not to idolize me, I guess. I don't want that. And I just don't think it's healthy. I'm sure you don't. I'm sure you're just being kind. I'm just gonna ignore the Shrek beating Fiona in the back. One of my patrons made. Oh yeah, me Morella over in the chat. I see using the GIF I made for you in a good way. Yeah. We were all watching Shrek 4 the other night in my Patreon chat, and he clipped this incredible bit in the film that I couldn't stop laughing at. This is one of the few streams I have not missed. Oh, well, I hope you have a chill time, because it's just chill o'clock right now. This drawing over here on that direction. This was something I drew today for warm-up before I got to work. And initially, the whole time, I was kind of like really unhappy with it, and then I started adding all of these little flickers and extra lines or wobbly lines around all of the matter in the image, and I got quite happy with it. And I think that's something that patience and acceptance helped me get through, is because usually if I was like in a bit more of a stressed state, I would have just given up over and over and over again and never get anywhere, and then just be, I give up, never draw anymore, Yeah. Hey Spectromaton, welcome back. I love your art style, it's so unique. Thank you. How's life, Bong? It's going pretty good. It's just, it's going. It's moving forward. Things are happening. Sometimes I zone out, and sometimes I remember where I am, and repeat, By the way, you're doing great for every episode, and I think I found some lore for Connor. I found lore just by looking at the newest comment on episode 6. The newest comment on episode 6, huh? Might have to check that one out. It's like cracked to me. I suggested to everybody. Lamprider. I can't really tell you. I don't really know when it's gonna be out. I'm just making it. Every time I set it like an expectation for when it's gonna come out, it's always at a different time. So I've given up on that. I'm just making it, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, actually I can see it getting done within the week, It's just part of the process. Such a good drawing, I dig it. Thank you, Spectromaton. How do you feel about Flash? I used Flash in school, and that was fun, but it wasn't producing the effect that I wanted. And somehow what I have now is closer to the effect that I want, and I can't really explain it because it gets a little bulky and dry sometimes, but I really like the way that I do it. As much as I used to complain about it, I still really prefer the way that I'm doing it now. Like the animation, the fact that I could just like get in on every frame and do it, and end up learning how to, because all of these drawn animation lessons that I take from people and tutorials online still map onto the way that I animate now, but I'm used to the way that I do it now, and I prefer the way that I do it now. I could be really particular and anal about it. Hey, bung man, keep it better out than in. That's what I always say. Shut up, Shinny. It do be almost midnight here in New Zealand. Oh shit. Ugh, I hope you don't have anything you need to do tomorrow, or you can go to bed. I'm not gonna get offended. Fair enough. It's done when it's done. Worth the wait. Thank you. Didn't you ever get that feel-bad moment when you're just playing cool math games, teacher comes up behind you and teacher tells you to go ahead and log out for me? Oh, that does feel bad. I'm sort of processing that. Because I don't think I've ever experienced that. I was looking at the God of War wiki pages in school until they found me and then banned it from everybody. Excuse me. How many more vibe streams till we get some spoilers? Bro. I mean, I hope I don't accidentally say something that I didn't think would become relevant and important in the story until I reach that point. That's something that I guess I fear, but hopefully everybody will overlook it. How long are you streaming for anyways? A couple hours. Whoa. Thank you for the 55 Norwegian krone. Hey dude, would just like to thank you for inspiring me to start drawing despite only having a mouse for doing it. Hell yeah. Wow, that's really cool. Spoodle, Boodoodle, Manoodle. That's a good name. Wow, thanks for the 55 crown. I'm glad that I inspired you to pursue something creatively, you know? It's important that we can express creativity in some way. It's such a prominent thing in everybody, even if we think that we're not creative. It's just that we might not be creative in these ways that can make money, or that you can see as an achievable goal in making money. But it doesn't mean don't be creative. You can be creative in the way you talk, and the way you dress, and the way you... just little things that you do around the house. It doesn't have to be painting something that you can sell on Etsy. It could be doing something for yourself. I mean, it should be doing something for yourself. That's why you should be doing it, but should've, would've, could've, whatever, you know. Where does the name Lord Bung come from anyways? It's just a name I thought was funny. I don't know. I wish I could change it now, but, you know. Going in the pitch black room, and the video is Connor's secret for immortality. Check newest first. I feel like it isn't really a secret. I feel like what the story kind of makes it clear. I'll check the comment. Boy in the pitch black room. Where is he? Sort by newest. I'm not gonna read something that long on stream silently. Yeah. Wish I was at least decent at art, but I guess I was gifted with extremely quick grasp of the sciences, and in grade 11 university level chemistry and grade 11 university level biology. It's pretty good. Creativity doesn't have to be specifically art in the limited sense that we've created art to be. Creativity is just doing something a bit new and spontaneous and becoming sort of disciplined at it. It's kind of like experimenting outside of your ego for a bit, where you're just doing something without the world telling you what to do. It's doing something that is pointless, you know. It's and not pointless in a way where it's like it should have a point, but pointless in a way where there doesn't need to be a point, you know. So if you could change your name, what would you like it to be? I don't know. Because it's just sort of not really an option for me, I never really thought about it. It might just be my name or something. Talk more of the SCP. I'm gonna talk about whatever I want. Talk more of the SCP. Like this is just a chill stream. This isn't strictly a Q&A or anything. I mean, it is a Q&A, but it's not strictly an SCP thing. Just talk about whatever we want. I don't kink shame Shrek and Fiona. Well, that's an amazing sentence. Your drawing's pretty high quality to me. I bet there are others who agree. I'd buy a tapestry of your artwork if I had the funds. Well, it's funny that you say that because a friend of mine has helped make the official merch store. And most of the proceedings will be donated because I don't actually want to be making money off of this. Maybe just a little bit, but like I don't need it, so I'm just gonna donate it. Do you do commission art? I would like to, but that would actually get in the way of my work right now. I used to do commissions back when I was low on money. Yeah. What's up with the rock in the middle of the screen? What rock? I have no idea what you're talking about. Merch plug every half hour. Hello, my lord. I haven't watched much of your stream, but I know you just came out from a hard time. Just want to let you know I love your animation, especially the intro song animation. So glad you're back. Thank you, Gem Canapack. I appreciate that. Did you ever do a psychedelic? Yes, I have. I've done a couple of them. A couple of different types, I mean. I've done a few of them. They've been very helpful for me. Very eye-opening. I don't recommend everybody do them, but I recommend doing things that are still a little bit risky, just because it's quite healthy for us to do things that sort of walk the bounds of risk. A Scooby-Doo out of context. Oh, thanks for the $200, Alexis. Nice hair. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's quite a lot. Wow. Damn, he cute. Oh, thank you, Vormir, for the 20 ARS. I don't know what that is, but thank you. The fresh cut. What's up, Cutie Pie? Thank you, Diego. Still making SCP videos? Yeah, of course. YouTube won't stop recommending me 2 trucks. Why? This stream is very chill. Good. I'm glad. Infinitely flying through space. Of course. Every day. I'm sorry, Galaxy Ohio Gaming. You're gonna have to be patient. What's one thing you would do if you were immortal like Connor? I'd probably be, honestly, a bit more confident. I just won't die. You know, I won't have to worry about that. Isn't that crazy? It'll probably just sort of reset my brain in such a way where, like, the main thing of avoiding death, you know, where all of our genes have evolved specifically around avoiding death. I wonder what kind of cognition changes would happen in your brain over time when you're dying so many times. Do your genes begin to realize in a way that you don't have to be stressed out that much to avoid things that can hurt you, you know? I wonder. Or would the genes still be just stuck that way because of millions of years evolution? I'm always gonna wait. Best series ever. Thank you. Well, if you truly do feel that way, then I'm sure you can wait a bit longer. YouTube might get banned in your country soon? That fucking sucks. We'll be able to see all the cool shit that gets put under the compressing machines, and you won't get to see that Winter Garden guy make the funny instruments. Argentine peso. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Obrigado. I don't know how to say thank you in Portuguese. Oh no, you speak Spanish in Argentina, don't you? I think. I can't fucking remember. Fuck. Ugh. I want to become an animator, but I'm still trying. What's stopping you? You know, you just do it. And then you become an animator. You might not think you're good, but you can become an animator still. And then you can get better. I think if you manifest the fact that you're an animator, it probably would encourage you to keep drawing and animating. Confinement tarot designs make me want a whole deck. Yeah, I was thinking about that. How detailed will I get? Would I end up just like making a bunch of tarots one day? But those tarots are made by Cheesebread, my merch lady. I'm thinking like, oh, are there enough characters for me to make an entire tarot deck? You know. Can you say what mental breakdown wants you to lol? What? I don't understand what the question is. Thank you, the godly odd trash can. When confinement ends, what will you do after? I wonder if another series starts or something else. Well, that's a bit far in the future for me to even spend time thinking about. But I have a few ideas. Still waiting. I mean, still doing this series, so gonna have to just find out later. I mean, the best part about doing art instead of just wishing that you can start doing art is that you find out what you're good at and what you're comfortable with and what you enjoy and all of the things that you don't feel the same way about. So you end up finding what you're actually good at deep down. Or, well, find out what you like doing deep down. You just have to go through the experience. You have to do it. No matter how disappointing it's going to be, no matter how many times you're going to feel like you've fallen shorter than you could, you are just meant to do it. You know, you just do it. If that's what you want to do. That's what you if you want to become an artist and find your style or whatever, then you simply have to just keep doing art, and then you're gonna find your style, and then you're gonna change, and then you're gonna find your new style, and you're gonna change, you're gonna find your new style. That's the entire process. You find what's good for you based on what you think you can do at the time, and then you keep doing it over and over again with new styles. I wonder if I'm banned. No, you're not banned. I think it'll say if you're banned. I don't know. Pneumono ultra microscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. Damn. Are you feeling any better, Mr. Bung? Last time I remember you had mentioned not feeling well when waking up. Yeah, I'm feeling better now. Physically, I'm still in pain, but I'm much more accepting of my pain right now. But also, I wonder that maybe I'm not in as much pain. It could be both. Because sometimes I could just be in like a little amount of pain and feel like shit, and sometimes I can be in a huge amount of pain and be totally fine somehow. Um, and I think it depends on what state I'm in, sort of mentally, emotionally, physically. If I'm in like a state of wanting to control the situation and wanting to avoid pain, then it's hell because I can't avoid it. It's just right there, right inside my skull, just like this heartbeat of pain. Um, but when I'm in a state of like total acceptance of the pain is still there, but like I'm smiling, and it feels pretty good. Well, not good, but it feels liberating in a way. It's weird. It's weird. It's so cheesy to talk about, but it's just like, I know the pain's there, but it's cool. Whoa. Thank you for the 149, Alexis, and that big juicy peach. Mr. Bung, have you pet a dog? No, but my cat has arrived. Well, my brother and we have a cat. And I pet him quite a lot. Hi, passing through. Alright, old man on horizon, you go do you. I wish you good luck on your journey through the internet. Thank you saying that word. You have made my day. Yeah, I said it very slowly. Who would pick AFL over NRL? No. It's crazy. What happens when a cat and a dog breed? Asks Nikita Meshkov. The great Russian philosopher Nikita Meshkov. What happens when a cat and dog breed? Why do people laugh while being in pain sometimes? I don't know. What is his name? The cat's name is Alfred. I'm gonna call him Alf, though. So I can imagine that he eats other cats. Lord Bum, hey Moist, thanks for the £5. Thank you for calling me Lord Bum. You know that's what Daddy likes to hear. Oh, fuck. Much more accepting of my pain right now. Accepting. I accept my pain, not trying to avoid it. I mean, sometimes if I'm in a bad mood for some reason, it'll be harder to accept the pain that I'm in. But, you know, right now, I have a bit of a headache. That's fine. I've been having it for quite a while. It's not necessarily a desired state, but I don't have to spend my time complaining about it inside my own head, as if it were like some kind of creature constantly attacking me that I can fight off by being resolute and firm in how much I hate it. You know, it's not gonna do anything. Yeah, truly accepting it is really hard to do, though, and I think it's getting easier the further and further I get. You know, it's been quite a few months now that I've been experiencing this pain, but yeah. You're gonna have to be patient, Peter Tripoli. I don't really know. When will episode 3 be released? Buy a black cat and name it Batman. It's pretty cute. Where is your rocket heading to, Bung? I don't know. I know where it came from. I don't know where it's going. It's just like life. Whoa. I'm 14 and this is deep. Whoa, have a good one, alrighty. Thank you, Galaxy Ohio Gaming, for $2. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. This is the first time I joined this live. Could someone please tell me what his pain is from? It is from some kind of sinus issue that I have right now. It's giving me these terrible headaches, and why does this guy keep saying moist? You're gonna have to interrogate the fuck out of him. He knows something you don't. When rewatching Confinement, I gotta say you do a really good Western English accent. Thank you. My question was hopped right over. Oh, sorry, it's not that I'm hopping over any specific questions. I'm missing quite a few, so I can't read all of them. You asked me Bioshock. Oh shit! No, I haven't played Bioshock, but I'd like to. Oh shit! Can we get more Pixar cars related content? Passion of the Chrysler. Thank you for 69, Alexis. What the fuck? Thank you. Oh, you're so sweet. And I do really miss my cars content. I just wish I didn't go through history so quickly. I feel like I could have spread it out longer with more pain of being Australian. It really is, you know, like, my doctor mentioned that actually the weather could be affecting this pain. So quite literally it is the pain of being Australian. What's the plump shaking in the middle of the screen? You talking about Shrek? I see nothing else. I got sinus problems too. My nose and throat are always clogged with mucus. Yeah, I feel that. It's not a fun one. It's a gross one. At least it's gross underneath the skin. No one can see it. Yeah, Alexis is becoming my sponsor. I'm gonna be like, you know, support a YouTuber a week with this $5 a month plan. You can get $5 can get them 2 soundboards. It's dropping a high on my way out. You better behave. All right, it's official. You go do what you gotta do. Have you ever had sleep deprivation rage? I just busted some lights outside my condo. Sleep deprivation rage? No, I don't think so. I just get really tired. I don't think my anger rises much. I think I have a hard time getting out of bed in the morning sometimes because I have bad sleeps because of my sleep apnea. So, you know, it's like I double up on the breathing problems. I used to have terrible headaches from sinus issues for an entire year. I thought I was dying. Doing cardio for an hour a day and drinking a lot of water completely fixed the problem for me. Doing cardio a day. It's not bad. I've been doing some stretches and walks lately, but I could be doing more walks. Do you prefer traditional art or digital art? For different reasons, I like them, so I don't really have a preference. It just depends on the time, you know. Sometimes if I just want to go kind of crazy with letting loose, no guidelines, I draw on paper. But if I want to get a really specific, sharp image across, or there are more mediums and styles I could play with on digital. So it really depends what I want to get across, what idea that I feel like getting across. I'm on his Patreon for 100 and he ain't plugged it. Go to his Patreon. Oh, thank you, Alexis. You got a custom 100. I'm getting supported by rich people. It's crazy. Didn't even notice Shrek punching Fiona there. It is quite dark. Like, not just visually, I mean, like, it is some dark, mature themes, but, like, but it's also kind of blending when I'm looking away. Imagine weeks of little to no sleep to the point where your brain thinks that the next little thing needs to die so you can finally sleep. Oh, your brain thinks that the next little thing needs to die so you can finally sleep. Oh, that sounds rough. Sorry, Alex Lopez, you're gonna have to be patient. Sadly, it's because you must be talking to someone else. Australia is like a continent for Florida men. It can be. Cardio helped a lot more than just walking. Stuff that makes you breathe heavy, like running or burpees or something like that. Burpees. I do breathing exercises. It's part of quite a lot of my meditation. And just being out in nature is also good. It kind of rewires your mind a little bit. Sort of de-stresses you. Why is episode 4 age restricted? What happened in episode 4 again? I don't know. I think was that the one they smoked weed at the start? That probably might be it. If that's the case, then there are going to be a couple of age-restricted videos coming up. Bung help, I cracked my neck and it was really loud. Fuck Turkey, I'm sorry. Sounds miserable. Feels good though, doesn't it? You need a longer gif of Fiona punching him back so it looks like a continuous loop of 2 old-timey boxes. Oh, that would be good. It just looks funnier this way. Just because it makes Shrek look like a terrible person. It's okay, Lord Bung. I love your videos and I'll wait till your Mona Lisa's ready. Thank you. Keep the great content. Thank you, Atticus Mahone Barker. What's the Australian version of a Kyle? No, we say Kyle here too. Not a whole lot of people, but I've heard my friends say Kyle over here. Which is a shame because the only Kyle I know is actually like a really chill guy. Merch store doesn't deliver to my country. What? Really? Oh, it's fucked up. We made the decision for the most amount of delivery. So that's kind of messed up. They would do us like that. Claritin time. Can you say wake up Hampton in a British accent? I don't know what a British accent is. Do you mean a British accent? Wake up, Hampton! Wake up, Hampton! And happy Thanksgiving from Indonesia. I don't think... Is Thanksgiving... Is a different Thanksgiving in Indonesia? Salamat. Salamat, from Australia. What's an Australian Karen called? No, we say Karen as well. Me dog is scary from he one day he make a sound he run with his life epic game a month. Incredible. Bun, can you come to Canada? We have meese and the freezing bitter cold and also 0 poisonous animals except like maybe 3. Also, we're very polite. I would love to go to Canada. That's up there. That's definitely up there. Australian Karen is called a Pauline. And that's true, actually. That's pretty good. Who did the Anomalies music video? Did you do it? Yeah, I did all. Well, I do all the videos on my channel, yeah. Do you mean singing it? Because I didn't sing it, but I wrote it. And I got Punk Duck to sing it. But I animated it. I got Trishams, my friend Trishams, to do the music for it. And I don't remember if I got any sound effects from Tallow, but yeah, it was inspired off of The Music Man, which is this old musical. Can you play Baby Come Back by the Players? I don't think I can. I think I'd probably get in trouble. You got one hell of a haircut going on. Lovely though. Thank you. Yes, no. Did you know soon there will be a kangaroo invasion? I don't think you can speak kangaroo, so I don't trust you. You woke up my cat. Did I woke up your cat? No, you woke up your cat. You turned the stream up. I'm not assuming that people's cats need to be. I mean, to be fair, I'm speaking really quietly, so you probably turned me up real loud. Crazy. What music do you listen to besides Lemon Demon? I don't even listen to Lemon Demon. Superorganism is a band I've been listening to quite a lot lately. Yeah, that's mostly it for new ones. Yeah, Malrinkai has posted the confinement merch again. Does Australia existed? Our neighbors? What are you saying? Do you watch JJBA? Oh, is JoJo Bizarre Adventures? No, sorry. My old housemates did. Oh, they really wanted me to watch it. The moon has moonquakes. Yeah, I imagine it would. You need a break. You need a break. You need a break, bud. You look tired. No, I'm just sick. I work a little bit a day, and then I go take a rest. I could still get some work done, and also, if I do nothing, it'll also just kind of feel shitty. I'm gonna need to find new things to do to make up for this low energy. You just realized my shorts have a hole in the back? Yeah, that's the poop hole. That's where you poop. Is it weird that I still think that the moon is made of cheese? It's not really weird. I'd like to see your evidence for it, because that would be excellent if that were the case. You know, there's a big cheese cave in America somewhere. Can't quite remember. Let me look it up. American cheese cave. Yeah, so there's like a massive surplus of cheese in a cave somewhere in America. It's pretty astonishing. Cheese caves of Crown Heights. Wow, look at all that cheese. It's like literally like the fucking Paris catacombs, but cheese. Humans are the only animals that blush. Is that right? I think it was cool. Thank you, gaming. The poop pocket dimension. This is the first live stream I attended. Well, welcome, SCP-076-2. Commits genocide blushes. Can we eat the cheese cave? Yeah, they can't stop all of us. That would probably be theft, though. Imagine that. Just like everybody shows up in giant rat costumes eating the cheese. Bunksay doesn't listen to Lemon Demon. I need to do a quick check to see if I do. Oh no, I have. I think I have. I think I have. I can't quite remember. Have you ever received the paychecks from NASA? I'm suing their ass, launching me into space like this. Well, my evidence for the moon being cheese is the same evidence I used for proving God is actually a chicken and the world is flat. Fair enough, so I guess you have a lot. The cheese cave is probably in Wisconsin, but single state produces more cheese than the entire nation of Italy. Wow. It's pretty good. I would like to have the cheese state. Rats, rats, we are the rats. Where do I get a rat costume and a cave ticket? We forgot the cracker cavern for the cheesecakes. I wonder when we began to travel into space more easily and move on to other planets, would there still be flat earthers and what their excuses will be? It's interesting. Some of them believe that the other planets are not flat, but only Earth is flat, which is funny. Some of them believe that all the planets are flat and they're all sort of aligned with each other, separated by these ice sheets. Like the South Pole being like a big ring around Earth, and then you have another bowl of another planet. Just fun. It's kind of fun. It's kind of a fun thought. Search history now has Cheese Cave. I hope it's worth it. You need to kill about 359 people in order to make an iron broadsword literally from the blood of your enemies, and you can use their bones to strengthen it with carbon from said bones. Interesting. Disturbing, but interesting. Going to the moon for a snack, BRB. I'm too far from any moons right now. Sort of in between galaxies, I'm assuming. Okay, well, I'm gonna go watch my anime now. I hope you don't mind. I don't mind. You go do whatever you want. I'm just here chilling. I'm just talking. And sometimes being silent. Just smiling. I have consumed several gallons of liquid nitrogen and I'm going to die. Oh, fuck. I hope you didn't actually. Cheese is actually one of the most nutrition-rich foods in the world. Double fun fact, birds work for the KGB. Interesting. I'm Russian. I like the way you wrote that. You all heard of our Lord and Savior, the Rat King? He's an underrated entity, and I feel like we all need to embrace him more. Yeah. Yeah, we should. Rats didn't ask to be here in these inconvenient places where we don't want them to be. Rats are just rats. Hey, Lord Bung, I got a question. What is love to life? What is love to life? I think love is the action of opening yourself up to people or to things or to experiences. I think it is the opposite of closing yourself off from everything. You know, when you get stuck in your thoughts, or when you get lost in this narrative that you've created for yourself, or when you just refuse to listen to people or be invalidating to people. I think that sensation is the opposite of love, and I think love is completely forgetting that you are an individual person and being in the moment and experiencing all of it in this raw sense beyond time and space. I think that's what love is. It's accepting that there actually aren't separate people, even if you aren't consciously thinking that. It's just you just kind of forget that there are separate people, and then you're just in the moment and everything is right, you know? There's no stress. There's no worry. There's no clinging either, though. I think that should be important to mention. No clinging to another person, because that implies that you are a separate person and that there's a great hierarchy out there and you're trying to improve yourself in some way. No, that's not love. That's opportunity. My mood be like moodn't. Oh no. Goosebumps are meant to ward off predators. Interesting. Is it supposed to imitate like mammals puffing up their hair, look bigger? Except because we don't have much hair on us anymore, the goosebumps just are goosebumps. Hey Bung, I was thinking a meetup with your fans on the Asian region after the virus ended. I don't know how many are there. This is what Lord Bong looks like, sick bro. Thank you, someone irrelevant 14. Going complex on the cheese cave, I see. Sorry, Hun Sind Cool. You're gonna have to be patient about that one. Was there a specific cartoon or art that inspired you to do this? Not really. I mean, all of the art that came to lead to this, I guess, was inspired by a lot of things, but confinement specifically, I don't think was inspired by anything in particular. Not many viewers, yes. Yeah, I know. Did a kickflip on a grandma. She got mad, told her to have a 20/20 vision. She instantly called the cops. I don't know. I really thought she would say you're right, and I would be the hero of the story. Now I'm a zero. What a sorry. You haven't created SCP Malware furries. I think there are your fans here. We are watching your stream, in fact. I don't really know what you said. I'm sorry. What have you been up to, Bong? You know, just working, just vibing, just, I don't know, hanging out with friends sometimes. Reading some comics lately, actually. There were some pretty good ones out there. Just like weird, trippy comics. Like, there's one called Forming by Jesse Moynihan. He works on Adventure Time. He's created this like mythological type beat. It's a lot of fun. I'm also reading Promethea by Alan Moore, which is also a lot of fun if you're into mythology. Currently I'm reading one called Body World. That one's quite interesting. The way that it's done out, seeing how many different ways people can stylize the medium of comics is really interesting. Hello from Russia. Привет from Australia. Shrek in real life. Dude, so many fans are rushing and hating on you because you won't say Confinement Episode 8. Well, I don't see a lot of them hating on me. They're just impatient. I assume that a lot of them are kids, and I assume a lot of them just write in ways that look impatient, but they're actually quite chill when you respond to them. So I don't know. I guess I just don't assume too negatively. I mean, sometimes obviously there are some people who are just straight up mean, but they're pretty rare. Hello from Marijuana State, also known as Colorado, America. Hello. I hear psilocybin is also legal there too, so hope you all are having fun on that. What's a good movie you've seen recently? Sorry to Bother You. I recently saw that again. That one's quite good. Stars Lakeith Stanfield. It's a great artsy, surreal comedy with the big society kind of metaphor. I recently got shown this Spanish horror movie called The Pit. I think it's called The Pit, which is another society-based movie. But it's quite interesting. It's still quite fun, quite tense. My dog keeps scratching at my door. I'll let them in. Do you like bowling? I just found out a man in my country has the Guinness World Record for bowling stuff. Oh, wow. You should totally meet him. Learn some tricks. See how amazing his life is. Maybe it'll turn your life around and you'll become the next bowling champion. I'm just excited to see you still working. You know it. I have nothing else to do. I have nothing else like this that I want to do. I don't want to do any other job. You know? So I like my job. Have you seen the new special, the new Adventure Time special? Carry the same energy as the gifts, the orangutan holding hands. Magnificent. Ah, oh, it sounds good. Yeah, I should check out the new BMO show. A wood frog can hold its pee for up to 8 months. That's fascinating, actually. Thank you, Dr. Omnipinion. Should I let my brothers watch the series? They are below 12. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I don't know if they would, I don't know if they would enjoy it, you know, for what it is. It's kind of just, I don't know, maybe you would enjoy it. Use your white voice, yeah. Anyone actually like an iron blood throne if the blood came at no harm to any creature and it just suddenly happened? Would it be blood though? I mean, isn't the point of blood that it's that there is like a sacrifice element involved? You know, if you just have artificial blood, then it's I don't know. I want to die. I've done so many jokes and he skipped them. I'm embarrassed. Kill me. You don't dude, it's just the internet. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have to accept that that's gonna happen. You can't have such high expectations for this kind of thing. There's so many things that you could be putting your energy into, and it doesn't matter if I miss your jokes. I'm sorry that I do, but really, I mean, you could also be putting energy into all sorts of things that help you, improve you, make your life more radiant and beautiful. Is episode 8 an hour-long special? I don't think it's going to be that long. I don't want it to be that long. You don't want the dog hair in your room? Fair enough. They've watched a few and they do. Okay, yeah, sure, go ahead. It's just, you know, there's a bit of violence, drug use, a little bit of nudity. That's up to you. Did you release episode 8 when you reach 1 mil subs? Do you? It's not that it's done and I'm just waiting to release it. I'm gonna release it when it's done being made. It is Funky Monkey Friday tomorrow. Will Lord Bung be celebrating? Always. Always. Every Friday. It's Funky Monkey Friday. It's also Flat Fuck Friday sometimes. Rhinos style their horns. Is that right? Will there be any more women in the series? Yeah, absolutely. Women, men, all sorts of crazy stuff. All sorts of crazy creatures. it is kind of nice seeing untoxic comments here. Yeah, after a while, the people who are like impatient and aggressive and mean just leave, and you just end up with all the chill people. All the people who are just like, I want to just stay and have a good time. Or like, I'm bored and I don't want to really see anything else right now. I respect it. Oh, that'll be Pog, not gonna lie. Thank you, Todd. There's a great comic on Tap Ass called Drugs and Wires. It's set in a fictional Eastern European country in an old version of the 90s where VR technology is super advanced and people use it to trip. Now that sounds really good. I am going to... I have a Tap Ass account. I should totally check that out. Oh, that looks good. That looks really good. Alright, thank you so much for that, Spectrometon. If you have any other suggestions for like really creative comics with heavy philosophical and spiritual themes, definitely recommend them, because I'd love to read some more. Please add more romance between Connor and his girlfriend. It's so wholesome to see them. No, thank you, I appreciate that. You look like you're in your teens, which I'm guessing is 17, 18. I'm a little bit older than that, but yeah, I do like shaving my face, because I do like having a smooth face. So I always do end up looking quite young. The glasses don't help either. Only 2 mammals like spicy food, humans and the tree shrew. Wow. You ever seen the Indo-Naraka comic? Literally the most violent comic I've ever seen, religious, but just as literal hell. So much gore. Okay, let me check it out, see if it's any... Naraka comic. Yeah, boy, that sure looks violent. Is it just violent porn? I mean, I can't fucking talk with my series, but... Violence porn, I mean, not violent porn. You watch American Gods? Yes. I love it. I love the book as well. But season 1 I really enjoyed. Season 2 is pretty good. Not sure how the trajectory doesn't seem to be going so great, so I'm not sure about season 3. Damn, I've been watching your stuff for almost 3 years now. Wow. Hell yeah. I appreciate that. That's some trippy, like, perspective when people tell me stuff like that. Naraka means hell. Yeah, I gathered that much when I googled it, and there was just all of these stock images of hell. Man likes a smooth face. Yes, I do. Do you plan to make a deeper lore in Connor's origin? Yeah, definitely. It's a big part of the story. It's that kind of story. Whereas the story progresses, we learn more about our characters and gives you new context and perspective, and therefore makes the events of the story a bit more powerful, because you're learning to connect with the characters and you're learning to relate to them. Maybe a little bit. Though in fact, I don't have any more weed. It's the saddest thing I've heard in my life, man. Well, player half, we are simply chilling. We are talking about whatever we want. Ideally within the chill vibe, although we can get into some philosophical, spiritual shit, if you like. Whatever you want to talk about. Thank you, Monkey Craig. Thank you, Pikachu65. Is it because they're kicking out Nancy? Yeah, well, not specifically that. It's just that I think a director who doesn't want to talk about such a huge aspect of the story, of a huge aspect of the American story, I think as a director that isn't going to be bold in any other area. you know, whether it be artistically or plot-wise, if they're just going to cut out an entire character's truly intense lived experience, which helps shape his attitude, which mirrors everybody else's attitude towards a greater injustice elite, it makes me feel like it's not going to be very intense or very interesting. And the entire plot is insanely interesting to me, the way they depicted it from the beginning. It's very bold, it's very weird, it really isn't afraid to say what it wants to say, and now they're trying to water it down and, you know, maybe just focus on the pretty special effects, I guess. God of High School is good. Is that a comic? Let me check that out. God of High School. What's an anime? What is your high school like? I don't go to high school anymore. That was a few years ago now. Any chance of releasing some screenshots? Well, if you're a patron, you'll get to see them. I just sort of upload them, the drawn assets in their full PNG size onto Google Drive if you're a patron. Hello, Seth. Do you have any tips for writing? You're gonna have to assume that people already are not gonna be necessarily impressed by your sense of humor. You're gonna have to rely on how important each scene is. So what is happening in the scene? Why is it happening? Why is the character doing that, and where does that lead them to the next scene? How is it all connected, and why should I pay attention? Why should I care? Focus on that first, and then you can add your jokes on top of that. Because if you're relying entirely on your humor and somebody comes in, they don't like your humor, then not only are they going to be annoyed at how funny it isn't, they're going to see how poor the plot is written. So at least get the plot done first, and then you can put jokes and personality and character in there. And maybe you already have a plan for characters and their personalities, so you can write a story based on their personalities. See like how interesting it can be when you put this character into this situation based on what you know about them. The writer for JoJo, even though I haven't seen JoJo, my housemate had a book written by the creator Iraqi, and there was some pretty cool tips in there. He said, write something like, I don't know, 50 random facts about the character. You know, just like do they like rollerblading? Do they eat toast? Do they play a particular sport or something? Just all of these random facts, and then just stick to it. And that shows that you care about the character, because you can have a consistent, you have a consistent set of personality tropes and habits and hobbies. Watch Monsterland. Okay, that sounds interesting. Monsterland. What's this about? Encounters with mermaids, fallen angels, and other strange beasts drive broken people to desperate acts. Now that's quite interesting, but where can I see it? Wait. Oh, can I watch it? Monsterland. Okay, it's not originally English. Download it though. Interesting. Yeah, I might check that out. Thank you. But as an artist, could you share any tips on time management and procrastination? Well, I can't, as an artist, I can't tell you anything about time management and procrastination. I can tell you about procrastination, but I don't really know what you want. Do you mean, do you want to, if you want to do art, just do the art, I guess. Like, as long as it takes is all part of the process. You cannot really put a time limit on it. People who do end up suffering the art. The Dune graphic novel is an adaptation of the first third of Dune, and the son of the author said it was made to be as close to the book as possible. I can't confirm since I haven't got my hand on it. That actually sounds really good. The Dune graphic novel. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Because I'd like to read the book, but at the same time, I don't really want to. I'm already in a few books right now, so it's a bit tiresome. I'm worried that I wouldn't actually end up reading through it if it's a big book. So I'll take a look at that graphic novel if it's as close to the book as possible. What's your opinion on ferrets? They're pretty good. They're pretty good. Cheese for the mega burger. Will the O5s be connected to all the episodes? I mean, they will, but I won't necessarily show them, but you know that they're part of the decision-making in the big boy house. Brother's really into the comic series Saga. I've never read it, but he says it's brilliant, but very heavy. It is really good. They sort of left on a to be continued for a couple of years now. So I'm still waiting for them, but you know, it's all an important part of the process so that it could do. Because an artist, when they create, they also have to go and live out their lives and let in new information and new experiences so that they can continue to improve their art. If they were just doing art non-stop, then the art would get repetitive and stagnant because they're not letting in new information to be played around in the space of creativity. And a lot of artists forget that because they start prioritizing the job over the art. And then it just becomes extremely digestible, flat products on an assembly line. You know. Oof, your channel dead. Yeah, a little bit. That's okay. Because I still get to make the stuff that I do. And I still get to pay for all of my shit. My bills and my rent. And things that I want. And I still have my patrons who my friends like to hang out with in the Discord. So I don't really need more, you know, to be as famous as my subscriber count kind of indicates that I should. You know? I think that'll be more stressful. Where's the space condom for your ship? Where's the space condom for your ship? Where's the space condom for your ship? Space AIDS is real. Thank you, Atomized Panda, for the $10. The Last Man series is kick-ass. Also, anything by Guillaume Gallienne. Last Man series. Okay. Take a look at that. It's a French comic series written by Bastien Vivet. Electron by Bastien Vivet. This is interesting. This looks pretty interesting. I like the art style. Thank you, Naden Petrov. Do you like AIGs? I love them. I love them. I like the ones on Twitter that are just like pretending they're in another dimension or something, you know? The sun vanished. That's a good one. Where are they? The sun's vanished. is it? Where's the account? Ah, there we go. It's not vanished. They've been posting lately? They've been gone a bit for about a month. Yeah. It's really fun. There was also an AIG that I followed where somebody woke up in a dimension where there were just dinosaurs everywhere. It was pretty silly, but I really enjoyed it. You know, just pretending for like a second that it's true. You know, it's a lot of fun. How long are you streaming for? For maybe 40 minutes more. Be a really good AP English teacher here in America. AP English? I'm not really good at teaching grammar or anything. Helpa is good. It's about a guy who dies and goes to purgatory, then he beats up the Grim Reaper to go to heaven. Sounds like Dante's Inferno. Sounds good. Interesting. I like the art style. Helpa. Wow. Yeah, I dig that style. Open that one up. Do you watch Inside a Mind? No, I don't know what that is. I might take a look at that. Oh, they're a YouTuber. Rise and Fall of Fantastic Daily. I don't really know. Look at that. Have you seen I Am Sophie? No, I'll check that one out too. Looks kind of disturbing. Since it's zero gravity in space, astronauts on the Apollo 11 had to use condoms. Everyone chose large-sized condoms for their pride, and they made a mess while peeing. I'll really be like that some days. Alright, so yeah, Elaine P-Bat. Thought of the SP Overlord short film if you've seen it. No, I haven't seen it. I should check that out. It's a fairly new comic webtoon called Beetle Hands. It's a colorful psychological horror. I could describe it as an infinity train on acid. Alright, well, you sold me. Once you made a pitch, stop selling. That's pretty good. Let's take a look at that. Beetle. Of course, all the images are just pictures of beetles on hands. Alright, I might take a look at that. Thank you. Shrek is violent. Yes, he is. Hey, good to see you again. Hello, internet rat. Shrek or monkey? Monkey. I think monkey will have to do. One time I ate a bagel. Thank you so much, Adrian. Where did Funny Monkey go? Sorry, I replaced it with Funny Shrek. Do you live in Australia? Yes, I do. Born and raised. Didn't develop the accent though, which made it a little bit harder to communicate with the natives, the locals. Oh, is my mic good? I think it is. Down 2 cups of coffee to see the stream. Oh, you didn't have to do that. There's only about 40 minutes left of the stream. Are you high today? No. Don't worry. Look at this funny monkey in stream now. You can enjoy it. I live in South Australia. We just had a lockdown. Oh, I'm sorry. I heard about that. Sounds like it sucks. Yeah, I have some friends in South Australia. Some of my mods are in South Australia too. Hope they're not getting just starboard right now. How do you feel about people on YouTube reacting to your vids? I mean, it's pretty funny, you know. I don't know why I find it funny. It just is. These reaction videos. You know, I don't stop them. I'm not sure how comfortable I feel about them making money off of it. But, you know, whatever. I was born in Australia and lived here my whole life, but my mum is Irish and I got her accent over when I think I'm on holiday. Ah, yeah. It'd be like that. But the Irish accent's really good. It's a really good accent. Just keep it going. Keep that accent flowing in this world. Do you have a schedule for your stream or something? I really look forward to your next stream. Thank you. Usually I do them on Thursdays and Sundays. At around this time for Thursdays and a few hours earlier for Sundays. In the morning for me usually. I didn't do last Sunday though. I wasn't feeling too good. So that's because last time you streamed you said you high. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I should get high for the last 30 minutes of the stream. If any of you, I mean, I'm gonna let you all be enablers, I guess. But I'm not gonna have too much. I'm just gonna do a little puff. Any update on confinement? If you're a patron of mine, you'll be able to see updates quite regularly. But if you're not, then I'm afraid I cannot show you. You're thinking about making a Discord for fans. I know it'll add an extra thing to do, but I think it'll help the fandom stick around longer. Yeah, there is a Discord. Hold on, let me just. Oh my god, sweeties, all of them. Yeah, my Discord's pretty wholesome. Edit invite link. Copy. There we go. There's a Discord. Should we just spam any update on confinement? Well, you really shouldn't. It's not gonna go your way. Did you know that there are people from Russia who are translating your videos? Yeah. There are a lot of people from a lot of countries doing it, actually. I appreciate the heck out of that. How is the coffee addiction going? I've pretty much gotten over it. Nowadays, I just drink it sometimes when I feel like I need an energy boost. Which admittedly is quite a bit now that I'm sick, because this fatigue is killing me. But, I mean, it's not killing me, it's just... Sometimes I need an energy boost, and so I use it for that now. I don't feel like I have to use it every day, though. So that's a good sign to me that things are actually quite fine. Any finishing time? No, you're just gonna have to be patient, I'm sorry. No coffee, only drugs. That's true. Sorry, Anthony, you're gonna have to be patient. Ethics committee role, yeah. Got it all sorted out in this funny little server of ours. And if you're a patron, then you get some special accesses and we get to hang out. Do drums. Somebody asked me if I wanted their beef. Bung, what did they mean? What did they mean, Bung? I don't know. I don't know if wanted your beef. Wanted their beef. Hold on, I'm gonna go do stuff. I've just got a vape addiction. Yeah, we all have our demons, you know? But figuring out, at some point you'll figure out that you don't really need it. And you might have to go through a lot of shit to figure that out. But you don't need things. It's okay to want things. Just make sure you don't convince yourself that you need it. You know, it's not one or the other. It's not like total renunciation of all material objects. Because that's a pretty superficial thing, if you think about it. Because it's saying that, you know, one object is somehow better than another, or worse than another. One aspect of reality is better or worse than the other, which is superficial and goes against all of these things. You can want things for profound reasons, even if they don't sound profound, like if it's like a car or some shit. And you could want them for totally selfish reasons. That's fine. As long as you aren't hurting people for it, as long as you don't think you need it. If you like it, just do it. As long as you're not hurting anyone. Alright, I'll be right back. Use a bong. No. No. I don't have one. Just a little pipe. The ship has a lot of fuel for blasting fire non-stop. Yeah, I make some stops every now and then. Pick up some Pepsi to throw into the furnace. Oh man, this is tense, dude. Grow your own kush, mate. I'm gonna need to find some seeds and be responsible for plant life. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that. The wild bong mocking in his habitat. Ashes. Ashes comic. Let's take a look. Is it the intense looking action one? Looks pretty good. So what is it about firemen? American comic book character. Pasta boof. No, Connor's not a canon SCP. How do you like your eggs? Scrambled. I like them scrambled. With a little bit of pepper and salt. Make it into a goddamn omelet. Oh, that sounds good right about now. Actually, for real. The ship is really propelled by wishes and carbonation. It's true. Is weed legal in Australia? It's kind of like really specific laws in each state. I'd say that my state is probably the loosest with the laws. Yeah. What is the purpose of this live stream? There is no purpose. That's kind of a philosophy that I like to teach. Not only does it like offend a lot of people's sensibilities of how you should be living, but the point of these streams for me and for a lot of people, I hope, is that sometimes you just need to stop what you're doing and do something that has no purpose, because it's this obsession that we have with finding purpose and meaning and achievements and victory. This obsession needs to be challenged and settle down to a healthy desire. You know, like there's nothing wrong with purpose. I'm not trying to say that it's bad. I'm saying that we shouldn't be obsessed with it. And the way we tell our bodies that we're not obsessed with things is that we exercise the opposite of that thing, the counter, which is doing nothing. Essentially, doing nothing. You talk for fun. You have these conversations for fun. You have these vibes and this music and this artwork for fun. We just sit here and say dumb things. Sometimes we say some personal, vulnerable things. Just these completely non-practical things. And every now and then somebody, of course, says, "When's the next episode of Confinement?" That's gonna happen. That's just gonna happen. But we don't need to be in that space all the time of like, when is the next thing gonna happen? When is that going to happen? When is this gonna happen? What are you gonna do tomorrow? What are you gonna do after this series? What are you gonna do? How are you doing what you're doing? But you know, you don't have to know all these things. I don't have to know all these things. You're essentially reminding me quite a lot. That's fine. Because I know what to answer it with. I know what to say. It gets a little tiring to say it over and over again, but that's also fine. Because, you know, not everybody is on at the same time. Not everybody is reading and listening at the same time. So I expect it. And that's fine. We be vibing here in chat. Chill and relax after the day we have been through. Yeah. And don't even think about the day you've been through or the day that you're about to have or whatever, you know. Just be in the present moment. And don't just be in the present moment because I'm here and I'm talking to you and I'm saying whatever and maybe I could interact with you in the chat. Just always be here right now. You know, always be in the present moment no matter what you're doing. Look at the things around you, appreciate the objects that are always there. You're not going to get bored of them if you really are looking at them. Noticing a different angle to them. Noticing a different context to things. And if that's boring, then go and do new things every day, you know? Do something small, maybe watch a new movie that you haven't seen, or maybe go talk to some strangers and go to a different part of town or whatever, you know? Just... I think Bung is fake task-making confinement. What's fake task-making? It's faking task-making. I'm gonna Google that. Oh, is that an Among Us reference? Well, I'm literally making confinement, so don't worry about that. I feel there's no point in watching the stream. I do it because I do my best to support Bung in his videos and streams because he is a legend. Well, thank you. So you do it because it's fun for you, which you could say is pointless, and that's good. Pointless isn't a bad thing. You know? It's actually quite important for us to be able to acknowledge when to not be overthinking, overworking, you know, overly beating yourself up. Sometimes you have this out-of-body experience of just being in the present moment and taking in everything instead of judging things or funneling things with your bias and prejudice and fears and anxieties and insecurities, or obsessions and desires or addictions. You can just be in the moment and simply exist. And that's such a radical thing to think about, because we're always told culturally that we have to be doing something. That we have to be doing something. Not that we want to be doing something, but that we have to be doing something. And that can get very stressful for a lot of people. Every time we were killed in another, we were taking a smoke. That sounds like a good time. Got Dr. Pepper's in Australia? Yeah, but we have to go to special American stores for them. Does anyone else treat their cactus like window babies, or am I a guy with too much maternal instincts? You do you. You should take care. You should care about your plants, you know? Like, if you feel like they're basically... If you don't pretend they're alive, I mean, they are alive. If you don't acknowledge that they're alive, then, well, they're gonna suffer, you know? You don't want dead plants in your house. Outside world is scary, man. It is, especially right now. That's why you just do little victories, you know? Really just focus on little victories and set them. Just like, I'm gonna do something a little bit extra today, something a little bit good for myself. You don't have to milk the shit out of it. You just simply do it, and by doing it, you end up getting a fresh, you end up getting a fresh injection of assertiveness into your life, and that sort of sets this this health, you know? You're doing something nice for yourself, and then your mind acknowledges that, and you end up feeling a lot better about yourself. You can teleport bread. I have done nothing but teleport bread for 3 days. Wow. Dang it, Pang. I need to continue writing my descriptive speech on hot dogs since I only have 4 hours left before 12 a.m. Shit. Did you get cheese Kranskis up in that descriptive speech? And do corn dogs count? Could Shrek beat the lizard guy? The lizard guy? You can get Dr. Pepper's at Kohl's, not as good as Pasito though. Yeah, that's true actually. Thank you. No problem, Fem Fortress 8. Let's confirm they're gonna go for I want there to be 10 episodes for the season. That's about the plan so far. Tell me how turkey tastes. I'm a European turkey virgin. I think I've had turkey, but it's not a big thing here in Australia. Our turkeys are different as well. You have much sleeker, cooler turkeys. And the Americans have the big lumpy ones that kind of look like they were made in a lab. The only person that went streams, I stayed. Oh, thank you. Bung, I keep eating fried chicken like my doctor says, but my face is still greasy. What are you saying? Why are you tormenting me? My life is sad and perfect. That's an interesting way of describing it. Sounds very poetic. Hey, I tried to private message you, but something about something you may or may not want. If you want to accept the friend request, something to hear or not, that's cool. I don't know where you're doing that. On Discord? I don't know. I only really accept if it's kind of important, like something personal, or if you're a friend, or if there's some kind of like interesting business thing going on. No depressed vibes, only bonk vibes. It's true. Not really. Dodge gaming, sorry. Not sure you can cook bush turkeys. I thought you could cook all birds. They'd just be less fat. Birds would be the worst thing. Just like flying birds would be the worst thing to try and hunt for food, because like there's not much on them because of how light they are, and they'd be a real bitch to try and catch because they have this whole sky dimension they can fly around. They could just kill us all if they wanted to. Birds can just all fly directly downwards and stab all of us. Give me an illustration assignment. I'm stagnating here. Draw rhinos wearing warm clothes, and just get creative with like all the different outfits the rhinos are wearing. And they're in the snow, so make it snowing. I try to make me life the better possible. I learn so much for fun and a good life. I try to have the better life, and is learning, studying, if it's the word, and being funny and loving the others. Yeah, I think I vibe with what you're saying. I'm not really sure what it is. I had to Bung it up before if his spaceship is so small. We need answers, Bung. I don't need to tell you nothing. Sort of a thing of you talking about being in the moment and stuff, and you could use it at the end of a sad deep video or something. I don't know, just thought, yeah, I like talking about that stuff on stream, especially because it's something that has impacted me quite powerfully, and I think is something that everyone can access if they think about it, if they consider it. It's a lot easier to consider if something quite big happens to you and kind of shakes you to your core. But I don't recommend that, you know, searching for things to sort of shock you into this healthy state. It's my birthday in an hour. Can you wish me a happy birthday? I don't know if that's egotistical. Sorry. I'll do that, Jessica Febo. If that's if I'm pronouncing that right. Happy birthday, Jessica. Do you get McDonald's in Australia, or do you not get chicken nuggets? No, we have McDonald's, and we would have chicken nuggets even if we didn't have McDonald's, I think. Unless McDonald's invented chicken nuggets. Sexy nasal spray moments. Can you imagine a flying cassowary? That would certainly be a harbinger of the end times. Holy fuck. Like a T-Rex with wings. Sorry, Steffo, I don't. Is school a necessity because it hinders me from reaching my dream career? It depends what you want, I guess. If you want to follow the system that is, sort of put in front of you, whether you like it or not. I mean, regardless of whether you like it or not, if you want to achieve a certain thing, then you're going to have to follow the rules that the people who made it set up for it, even if they don't always work. I don't know, I'm not sure how school will get in the way of your career, whatever it is. Sassy bum is cute bum. I don't think I'm sassy, am I? Most dangerous bird is a seagull. Yeah. I've seen some pretty brutal photos of them just eating, like, somebody's entire ass lunch. If you could get a 100% correct answer on any question you want, what would you ask? Damn, that's a tough one. I mean, right now I want to ask, will this pain in my head go away? Because it's been quite a few months now. That's probably what I would want to ask, because that's just what's most relevant to me at the moment. And if I get a yes, I'll at least have something to look forward to. I don't know when, but you said only one question, so I can't. Because if I ask, when will this pain go away, and then they don't respond, it'll be like, oh, it'll never go away, will it? I guess I'm afraid of hearing that. Emus are the only birds that won a war against humans in recorded history. I feel like we've been around for thousands of years, so I could imagine just how many wars between like an entire human tribe and a bunch of even bigger emu ancestors. Headaches sucks a lot. They really do. Danny would easily fall to the wit of a genie. Is that your name Ginny is basically you're foreshadowing that you're gonna tell me you're a genie one day in a call. And I'll lose my mind. And I'll be like, can I please get Genie, may I please wish for enormous cock? Or something like I got off nicotine and weed. It sucks in ways because I actually am sober enough to think about all my regrets and shit, and I've been having a lot of anxiety, and in a way it feels like I'm drowning. That's really rough. Yeah. It sounds like that you got off of these things because you felt like you had to, and not because you wanted to experience sobriety. I'm sorry to hear that. It's normal, though. There's nothing to be ashamed of in this state. I mean, you are going to feel like you do need to be ashamed, but you don't really. These are just thoughts that are arising from memories and feelings and other triggers. You don't have to engage with them, but you don't have to push them away either. If you let them happen and if you accept your thoughts and your feelings without personalizing it and taking it too seriously, then you'll see that these things kind of go away pretty quickly. Did you meet Steve Owen, Bung? No, I was in fact I was a kid when he died, so would have been real hard. Yeah, what is your skincare routine? I really have any. I just shave. Me and my dog watches you. That's sweet. Thank you, Shannon. Hello, Shannon's dog. The skincare routine is being unproblematic. Alright, just posting a link here. My career is gaming. The gaming is R6 Siege. I have found it really hard to find a team because most of them require full-time gaming sessions, which I can't accept due to school. Hope you understand. Well, I've never really related to that specific issue, but I can understand social convention getting in the way of me reaching my career, which right now is this very well-paid, well, enough that I could live off of it job. And I really like my job. And my parents wanted me to go to university, and I did, and I didn't enjoy it. I didn't get through it very well, which is a shame. I feel like I could probably do better if I went back now. But I really do like my job, honestly. And it took a lot of fighting for me to get here, through all of these sort of expectations that my parents had when I was living with them. But I'm doing fine now, and they seem to be quite accepting, so that's cool as well. I don't really know what advice to give you because I don't know how I got here either. It was just kind of luck. I guess you just kind of have to read the room and try to understand how people are doing the things they're doing, and then try and appropriate it in a way where you're still doing what you're doing, but you're doing all of these other things to help you grow without letting it clash too much, because it's important that you're doing what you're doing for yourself, really. Because if you give pieces of yourself away, then you'll just end up becoming what everybody else wants you to be, which is something that you might not really like. I don't know, some people seem to be okay with it. Shrek 2 fighting game. I only know the Shrek racing game, which is also a fighting game. I really enjoyed that one. Did you put some of your feelings into Connor, like the egg thing? Because I felt that before and didn't get out of that state for years, lol. Yeah, absolutely. I had to sort of reach back into... well, at the time that I was writing it, I was really depressed, genuinely. Oh wait, which one was it? Actually, I can't remember, but I at least knew what it was like to be depressed. And since I'm an artist, I try to visualize it in a way where, you know, how would Connor explain it to other people? He's never talked about his feelings before. So I made it this really weird analogy that was derived, if you were looking closely in that scene. When he woke up in his bed, there was a book next to him that was just like the life cycle of a chicken. So you could see that he was reading this book. And so I thought it'd be a funny way of him explaining his feelings in this really obscure, not very creative way. But it worked out really well because the analogy is perfect. I think it's pretty good. I hope people appreciate that. Alright, see ya, hi H Riot Cthulhu. In all caps, what do you believe in? That's very confronting. I believe in a lot of things, I guess. I believe in a universe where matter cannot be created or destroyed. I believe that categories like birth and death are completely arbitrary, not really real. I think that you can control the frequencies of your life, and that you can learn to see opportunities and radiant vibes. The more you go, the more you look for them. I think you find what you're looking for, whether you like it or not. So why not point it towards what you want? You know? Instead of pretending that you have no choice, like the world is against you. It's not against you. You are the world. You're the whole thing. You could look at it in such a way where you are vibing and you see beauty and love and success and everything. All these tiny little victories, and you could go to sleep with a huge smile on your face because all these tiny victories were suddenly visible to you and important to you. Thank you, Donatalk. Yeah, the stream's going to end in like a second. So I'm just going to say goodbye now and just zone out. Everyone's just trying to hype everyone for that next episode. Well, I mean, I guess that maybe that is what I'm doing. I don't know. I don't know if that's a... I mean, I like what I do, so I'm just honestly expressing how much I like it. You know? Like, most people don't see it because it'll be spoilers, and people don't seem to like that. But I finished like an environment. I drew an entire environment today, and I put in so much character and all these little references and designs, and I'm doing creative stuff, and then I finish it. And I'm like, I'm pumped because I finished it. Well, I'm usually tired, but like I'm excited that I did it. And you know, I tell people like, yeah, it's coming. You know, I'm so excited for you guys to see it. And some people will be like, yes, I'm glad that it's still being made, and they go on with the rest of the day, not worrying about it. And some people take it really seriously, and then they get upset and obsessed. And not to be rude, but that's not my fault. Like, I acknowledge that's probably just gonna happen anyway. But I can't convince somebody to be less obsessed about my own work any more than I can convince them to be less obsessed with anything that they're obsessed with. You know, it's just the way it be, I guess. They're gonna have to figure out like their own way that it's not great to be obsessed with things, or that if I'm gonna get obsessed with something, if I'm gonna get trapped inside something, then I better at least acknowledge that it's gonna be very painful to get out of it, to let go of it. And that's something that I hope to teach and talk about in some of my streams. If people, I've talked about it quite a lot, about patience and acceptance and being in the moment. It's kind of like the main thing I talk about now on these streams. Alright, but I'm going to head out now. How do you feel about the fact that every choice we have made that has caused a ripple and causing us to drift between different timelines, and how nothing is ever set in stone? I mean, that's one of the 4 truths that the Buddha taught, is about karma, which in Buddhism is cause and effect. It's very hard to grasp until you see that you actually have an effect in the world. And I see that happen sometimes, like when I see the amount of people who like watch a video and I'm like, holy shit, this is actually pretty big. But it's not the same as actually seeing physical things happen in the real world, instead, you know, outside of the internet, because the internet's just numbers, doesn't feel the same. I would simp for you if I wasn't a lesbian. I appreciate that. Alright. Thank you, everybody. Hare Krishna. You'll have a good day.